It's here, it happened, no one is safe. The apocalypse has come for me. Run, my children! Hide!
Fly, you fools!
I have had videos demonetized. Apparently I'm not allowed to talk about anal in the thumbnails or video titles anymore. I mean, what is this, North Korea? So in light of this, I've now become both a Christian channel and an educational channel, looking to teach you all about our Lord and Saviour, and no, not that one though, I mean the real tangible one that can answer our prayers. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking about the fucking cat daddy himself. In his own words, try searching now, you. For those of you that don't know, this is Cat Jesus. Look at him, majestic and lordly. He is a martyr for our mana-based sins, and he is white too, like the majority of depictions of Jesus within the Western world. And yes, I've made that joke before on the channel, but it was too good not to use again, so don't judge me. Anyway, this isn't his story, not today. Sleep well, sweet prince. This week we look to engage with a deck some people would call pedestrian. You see, sometimes to appreciate what you've got, you have to look at things from the other side. In order to understand the temptations of the unfair demons of modern, you need to appreciate the lure of the other side of that great divide. So here comes this week's Bible study class, guys. So grab your communion wafers, load up that glass cannon, and prepare to go all in. It's time to turn to some bitches. Welcome to Turbo Grizz. Oh, and for those that don't know me, welcome to the channel. I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. I'm often referred to as the magic content creating equivalent of Matt Berry's IT crowd character's grief-stricken wails at his father's funeral. So let's do a quick deck tech. Our game plan is linear, straightforward, and rather simple, mainly because those terms I just used are all synonymous with one another. We're looking to slam a Griselbrand or Emrakul into our opponents from as early as turn 1, but more commonly on turns 2 through 5. The combo is semi-consistent if uninteracted with. It looks to remove the alternative win conditions and attacking angles of the more popular Griselbrand variant of the deck, which uses Borborygmus the Enraged and Worldspine Worm. It essentially trades the consistency and resilience of those decks for more speed and explosiveness. But how does this combo work? Well, I'll explain. We ditch a Griselbrand or Emrakul to the graveyard with any one of our multiple looting effects, and at instant speed bring those creatures back with Goryo's Vengeance, which gives them haste with the payoff of having to exile them at the end of turn. Either of the fatties of choice almost certainly spell instant death. Emrakul has the advantage of surviving most removal, but can end up not actually killing them, although often decimating their board position to the point that they might as well be dead. However, she can leave us with no gas and allow our opponents to rebuild their board and actually get back in the game. Griselbrand, alternatively, is weaker to removal, but will draw us more gas thanks to his necropotent style ability. Drawing 7 cards is good. It's really good. This variant of the deck aims to complete a 1 TK, or as most people will know it, a 1 turn kill, by truly going off like a combo deck. When we draw cards with Griselbrand, we dig for Fury of the Horde, which allows us to exile 2 red spells to cast it, and untap our guys and go in for another attack. This in turn, thanks to Grizzlybeak's life gain, allows us to do attack again, draw yet more cards and continue to combo. When you are drawing 7, 14 or 21 cards a turn, it's really hard not to actually go off. It is explosive and keeps going once popped, much like the cum from the tip of my penis. In all fairness, it feels like you're playing Hearthstone when they tap out and you get to go for the combo. Easy mode magic. The combo is made all the more explosive with the addition of a couple of rituals and Mana Kong himself, Simeon Spirit Guide. We also have a secondary win condition that gets around graveyard hate like Leyline and Rip and through the breach, which allows us to go off, albeit later, from our hand as opposed to the yard. Our tertiary plan is make sure we fetch a basic swamp and then turn 2 Blood Moon people out of the game. BM doesn't just stand for Blood Moon, it also stands for bad manners. So if that happens, you have to taunt your opponent in the chat. Get wrecked! The sideboard allows us to shift our focus towards combating blue counter magic with Boseiju and guttural responses, or dodging removal with Not of This World. We can also pivot and surprise our opponents with a turn 2 or 3 Rebel Master, which might just catch our opponents off guard enough to win us the game. The rest of the sideboard is rounded out with removal to allow us to interact earlier with mid-range and creature-based strategies where needed. Killing a Thalia or a Devoted Druid may buy us time to combo off and kill them. Slaughter Pact is particularly good here against taxes when trying to force the combo through a taxing effect. As the wise and honourable Jackie Chan once said, know your enemy. As usual, a fucking huge shout out to my patrons that support me in this absolute lunacy and depraved fever dreams. This content is here because of these fucking rad guys and girls, so thanks again. If you want to contribute to the channel's ongoing life and join the discussion on our Discord server, then check out the Patreon links in the cards in the description below. And of course, a huge thank you and shout out to the crew over at MTG Traders for sponsoring the channel and lending me the cards to play all these dumb concepts and stupid ideas that I come up with. Don't forget that if you want to pick up some MTG cards, they're quick, easy, efficient, and you can get 8% off your order by using my discount code GGGetWrecked. It supports the channel, so it's for a good cause. So without further ado, let's pilot this brew. We mulligan away some trash and get a solid 6 just needs to dig for the Gorios or the mana to breach something in. With a Scryland and a Faithless, I am confident we can get there. A turn 0 leyline from our opponent makes me glad that I don't plan on playing a very interactive game of Magic here or trying to disrupt him at all. We Scry a Verdant to the top and our opponent reveals just how much of a mad cunt he actually is, and turn 1's a border post. This guy is on an absolute mad one. We Faithless prior to our land drop as a force of good habit. I brain fart and don't discard the Griselbrand that would give me the ability to turn 3 combo kill because this is my first rodeo and Magic is a hard game. He ramps with Knight of the White Orchid and plays another border post. At this point I assume he is some weird build to restore balance or he just really fucking likes border posts. We untap, draw another Grizzy Bee, and instead of combo killing my opponent as I could have done if I played correctly, I passed the turn with nothing to do because we didn't draw the 3rd mana for the Faithless looting I ditched last turn instead of keeping it in my hand. I am good at this game, I promise sometimes. He plays an Iganzo Castle and casts a Gideon of Ally of Zendikar. Oh goody. This time round we hit our land drop and discard both Griselbrands to send a fucking message. In spite of the fact of having a Through the Breach and a Ritual in hand meant that keeping a Grizz in hand would have been far more optimal. But you know the old Reanimator saying, 2 Grizzlies in the yard are worth more than 1 in your mum's bush. He animates Gideon and slaps me upside the tits. He then casts Gideon of the Trials because it sticks around now under the new Planeswalker rules and activates it to create an emblem. Let's be honest though, is that really any match for the one, the only, it's the incredible, the prime medical D public enemy #1, it's Grizzy B, come get some, son. I probably shouldn't rap. I untap and Gorios the Grizzy into play. Now this is why I would normally pray to some god or other that our opponent doesn't have a path to exile in hand, but one of the chief tenets of Satanism is to herald yourself as the maker of your own fate. You are your own god. So as they say, Nintendo motherfucker, let's go. So first I decide to smash the nipples off Ally of Zendikar and gain 7 life. I draw 7 cards and find a Tema Battle Rage alongside the Fury already in my hand. YOLO! I draw another 7 cards and go to 1 life because I just don't give a fuck. I cast Fury, untap, cast Tema Battle Rage and swing for 14 damage at his face. I draw another 7 cards, which means I have drawn 22 cards this turn, including my card for turn. I cast 1 more Fury of the Horde, and he feels like he has seen enough, is embarrassed, has egg on his face, and his Gideons were not enough. On to game 2.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
I straight swap out the Blood Moon to Rival Masters, bring in some Not of This World to counter paths, and prepare to fight. I keep a slow, clunky 7, but believe in Cathartic's ability to get me there. Oh, and I've got hiccups while recording. He leads with a border post because he's a fucking sociopath. He turn 2 plays a Ruined Halo named Griselbrand, which seems pretty legit in terms of disrupting the usual angle of attack for a deck named Turbo Griselbrand. Fuck. Waffles. However, and luckily, my Ninja Rebel Master might just sneak by undetected. Oh, and Breaching Emrakul is my way of getting rid of problem permanents like Ruined Halo. I Cathartic Reunion away a land and a useless Not of This World, drawing breaches. He plays a Knight of Block Your Rabble tokens all day long, and ramps, then plays a border post. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the famous saying, but the definition of insanity is playing border posts over and over again and expecting different results. I take the chance to release long repressed emotions through a chance encounter with a previously long lost loved one, or as the kids are calling it, I cast Cathartic Reunion. We find both the Gorios and enough rituals to Emrakul some bitches, but we will have to wait until at least turn 5 for that fun. How pedestrian. He plays a Gideon Jura, revealing him to be on the infamous Gideon Tribal with a sprinkling of border post plan. Madness. His Gideon demands that we attack him next turn, and I'm inclined to oblige this polite request. Next turn we ritual into a Through the Breach and deploy Emrakul. There's an infamous breaching tool affectionately called the Ding Dong.
This is the Ding Dong Breaching Tool.
For this reason, adopt our own breaching tool, the Ding Dong Recall. The real beauty of this situation is that we have the ability to completely destroy everything he's ever loved and ever held dear, including those fucking border posts, because we can cast Fury of the Horde here thanks to our 2 red spells in hand, which means we get to attack twice, trigger 2 Annihilator triggers and get him to sack 12 permanents. He doesn't know this, however, but already feels the pressure of our dong. He concedes.
Proudly built in Portland, Oregon, for when the doorbell just isn't an option. This is the Ding Dong Breaching Tool.
GGDD Recall. Yeah. So we keep a hand that could Emrakul our opponent on turn 3. Seems legit. They play a Plains, we lead with a land, but decide not to cast Faithless in the hope we can combo kill them with Emrakul next turn. The opponent makes a land drop, casts nothing. Interesting. We Cathartic away some lands and draw into Fury and a Ritual. Oh, the Gideon. This feels familiar. Oh, it's our last round opponent again. Looks like he's in the practice room playing border posts. We untap Faithless Emrakul away, and with the shuffle trigger on the stack, we strike out with an Emrakul's Vengeance. Nice emblem we have there, bro. Our opponent concedes prior to combat. This is what we call a winner-winner spaghetti dinner. In game 2, we keep a one-lander because Simeon will get us there, right? I'm going to say YOLO again, even though I've said it once in the video already. I don't know if you can say it, like, you know, ironically more than once in a video without sound like a dickhead. But yeah, YOLO, motherfucker. Leyline post. This fucking guy, I love it. So I decided to go Big Eldrazi Space Monster of Death or go home. I exile the Simeon Spirit Guide, tap my Swamp and fire up a Ritual. We use 2 of the mana to cast Cathartic Reunion, discarding Fury and Pyroclasm. We draw into lands. I use the final red mana to cast Faithless. We find Emrakul and Rabble and ditch a land and a Ding Dong, shuffling our library, and we end up this turn shit out of luck with fuck all to do. That didn't quite go how I wanted it to. We Scryland a Fury of the Horde to the bottom of the library and we pass back to him. He makes another land drop but casts nothing. We drop our Rabble Master. Rabble, rabble, rabble. We then see an Archangel of Tides. Yeah, we don't actually have an answer to that other than him blocking and us casting Pyroclasm afterwards. Yeah, this is fucking awkward. We draw another Rabble, play it, and start to make many goblins, none of which can attack though because the Archangel of Tides is a fucking bitch. He casts my beloved Elspeth. We look to be in pretty bad shape. I opt to pay in order to attack in and pressure the Elspeth, but this doesn't seem like a great idea actually in hindsight. The problem is that we weren't expecting Archangel, so we have not got any target removal out of our sideboard. So we don't really have an out. We lose a Rabble Master to attack because I've done the maths wrong, which feels fucking super weak. I should have waited for one more land and to attack with more goblins. A Nykthos allows our opponent to cast a second Leyline of Sanctity and a Gideon in the same turn. Gideon starts to fog our Rabble Master and we are feeling worse and worse. We don't do a whole lot and start chumping attacks with goblins, but we get hit in the air by a flying soldier, which is going to be a clock that will kill us. We do nothing again. But then our opponent makes a huge mistake. He attacks with the Angel, he casts the Jura and prompts us to attack him directly. Gladly. We have a window of opportunity here to hit him with either Griselbrand to get there or Emrakul. We untap, we Ritual into Breach and then put Grizzly B into play. We slam him with everything we can, but we get blown the fuck out by Dawn Charm as we do no damage, kill no walkers, gain no life, and can't draw enough cards to get anywhere out of this. No life means we can't combo out at all. We draw 7, they attempt to draw some form of gas or some form of out, but absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Tra-la-la.
We concede under the might of Dawn Charm. This guy is fucking great. Fucking Dawn Charm. What the So in comes Slaughter Pack to give us an answer to that fucking Angel. Let's go. Our opener has the gas for a reanimation kill except for the actual fatty itself. But we can also Ritual out a Rabble on turn 2 and then deploy a second on turn 3. So maybe, just maybe, we go for it, play a Scryland and bottom of Faithless. I think keeping on top might have been stronger if I'm honest, but hindsight's a beautiful thing. I go for a turn 2 Cathartic, ditching 1 Rabble Master, gunning for an early combo where I can. Our opponent places 3rd, that's right, count them, 3rd border post. He is an absolute mad lad with a mad border post banter. We untap and crack in with a whole Rabble. We would even go for an untap and second swing off the Fury, but it doesn't quite kill him. So if it's not lethal, it's not good to really waste that card and the cards that you need to cast it there. That is our game plan next turn, however. Our opponent goes to tap out for a Gideon or similar, which would probably have been quite good, but decides he has another turn, he's safe, so he plays a 4th fucking border post. I am fucking triggered. What is this guy doing? Either way, we draw ding dong, ding a dang, walla walla, bing bang. Game over.
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah, ting tang, walla walla bang bang.
So this guy has a demon avatar, which screams to me that he will appreciate what we're going to be doing here. We mulligan to 6 and just need a looter to go off. We scry a land to the bottom, we further scry another land to the bottom of our temple. Our opponent suspends an Ancestral Visions, which suggests that he is going to try and stop us having any fun with counter magic. We draw a Redundant through the breach, so decide to pass the fetch up on his end of turn. He also passes to us with 2 mana up, and we draw a 3rd redundant breach. Great. He continues to hit land drops whilst we don't. The issue with our Simian Spirits into a Through the Breach here is that Mana Leak or Remand becomes hugely valuable for him, as we will need to ditch multiple cards and evade attempts of powering something through his open mana, and we will probably fail. He plays a tapped Conlade and passes back with mana up. We resort to discarding a Griselbrand to hand size, the old fashioned way of getting fatties in the bin. With his visions on the stack, I decided to try and reanimate Grizzy B. The plan here is to avoid better counter magic being drawn off of the Ancestral Visions, or to hope to bait out a Remand to allow us to try again in our turn. Or even better yet, if he taps out completely for a Cryptic Command at this point, we can go all in on the Simian Spirit Guides to breach in a Grizzy if we draw a land. Getting a Grizzy in his turn allows us to draw 7 or even 14 cards and sculpt our hand accordingly to give us the perfect cards to go off. However, as thought, we get hit by Remand. Meh, that's fine, it's worth a shot and it does mean he has less mana on our turn. We draw yet another monkey. After this card is drawn, I just get the feel for another Remand in his hand. I decided to monkey out of Vengeance with one of my black sources, so if we get hit by a Remand again, we can try for a third and hopefully final time. If we get hit by traditional counter magic, we can try for a breach on the following turn. If we don't get hit by anything, then we probably just win. And I called it. Remand puts Vengeance back in my hand. We Simian it out again and cheat this guy white Remand, who's so little player modern right now. We swing with Grizzy B and we draw 21 cards. I Fury, hit him again, Fury, hit him again, GG, Demon Grizzy B. We are one fat bastard away from number one here. Believe in the heart of the cards. He suspends an Ancestral Vision on turn 1 again, and whoop, there it is. We cast Faithless and ditch a load of unnecessary lands. I think my logic here was that the waiting for the turn 3 unprotected combo won't work against capturing Remandy Pants over here. He misses a land drop. We untap on turn 2 and draw exactly what we need with a Mana Monkey. We play a second black source and we exile Monkey for mana. We cast Desperate Ritual, making 3 red, and then use 2 of it, leaving 1 floating, to cast Cathartic Reunion to discard Emrakul with Ding Dong Along's trigger on the stack. I cast Glorious Vengeance off the black source and the floating mana to target Emrakul. We are the captains of our own fate. We are to blame for our own downfalls. Oh fucking shit, it's Dispel of his one open island. We got wrecked. Fuck my life. However, he misses another land drop, which is pretty juicy. His Ancestral Vision resolves and he still fails to hit a second land drop. I would say he's getting unlucky, but it's probably the sheer demonic force of my charisma putting him off his game. I have willed the situation to being through being a master of my own fate. He limply and sadly suspends another Ancestral Visions. We hit a land drop. He finally and rather excitingly hits a land drop. We miss our 5th land drop, the vital land drop to cast Through the Breach. Fucking sadness. He misses yet another land drop. Welcome to Missing Land Drops the Gathering, a game famously invented by Richard Garfield to play between turns of games where both players have missed land drops and can't do anything. We finally draw some gas in the form of Cathartic and jump on board the Looter Scooter train. Ditching Grizzy B, we find Mana Monkey and Glorious V plates. Time to drop it hard. Even a man can't stop us here because we have the ability to cast it twice.
Drop it hard.
GG, get fucking grizzied. I hope you liked the video and the deck. It's pretty fun. This is by no means a deck of my own creation. It has existed in Modern for quite a while, but if I can popularise it a bit more and show people the fun of turn 2 wrecking people who still want to play Remand and form that isn't kind to it, then yeah, let's fucking do it. The sideboard could be refined ever so slightly, and the Temur, Battle Rage and Blood Moons are flexible slots to customise the deck. Let me know what you think. Drop me a comment below with what you make of the deck or the video. What was your favourite bit? Was it when I blew up all the lands and killed all the Planeswalkers and won through a Gideon Emblem? Because yeah, that was my favourite bit too. If you don't have anything to add, anything constructive, funny, or just interesting to say, then feel free to drop a fuck off John in the comments below. With any luck, and if enough of us say it, we can summon him again from the ether to provide a spicy as fuck brew for me to play on the channel in future. If you're going to GP Liverpool this weekend, then we'd be sure to come and say hello, tell me how much you love me, and how much John should just fuck off. I'm always willing to have a chat and sign cards and stuff like that, so come say hi. If you like the video, then make sure to press that like button, or even smash it as some of the more obnoxious YouTubers might ask you to do so. Subscribe if you haven't already, share the video and drop me a comment. I love the interaction and it really helps to grow the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook or on Twitter for more banter and magical bullshit. I'm PleasantKenobi across all of the platforms. Until next time, stay salty, keep calm and hail Satan.